simpler. There we go. Perfect. So this is probably what you are going to see. Yeah, sorry, it took a minute because I already set up OBS and everything, but this game is in a different aspect ratio. So most of this is gonna work. Pretty much the last of the work that I had to do. I finished actually doing the replays, but there's no replay menu yet. So I can click that. There's also music group, which will be implemented, but that's minor. Current options are like this. I'll probably have a couple more by the time release. I'm not sure if I like how this looks, but it's temporary until I can think of a solution. So there's a bunch of resolution options, standard, full screen options, volume, fixed a couple graphical things. Clicking exit restarts the whole thing, but that's the only way to get the resolution options to change. Alright, let's not get too crazy here. So let's just start. Normal should be fine to show off. So each of these shot types is done. So which one would you like me to show first? My personal choice right now is Rainbow. That's a good idea. I'll definitely do that. That sounds like a much better idea. I'll probably have to put in an extra variable for that, but whatever. That should be fine. Yeah, I can... Oh, okay. I'll just show off each one on a different difficulty then. Alright. So, pro tip, don't do like you did in the old game and just keep spamming the button, because that fires like that, and you don't want it to fire like that. So just hold it. Holding it is the way to go. Now is as good as time as any to show the bomb. So this is Reimue's bomb. It's actually based off one of the fighting game attacks. So, a little something different. Bombs also don't auto-collect items, yet at least. These guys take a little bit more to gun down. Luckily, if you have at least one tower, they get kind of demolished. These guys actually have like little splash bullets now, so you can almost kind of see where they're coming from, so it's not as sudden. Here's the mid-boss. It's fairly standard. I'd like to also note that using Reimue's bomb for offensive purposes is not nearly as good. It's mainly for clearing a lot of bullets really fast. You can do some damage, and it's good for like massive groups of enemies, but that's about it. I also changed the mask sprites. All the enemy sprites, standard enemy sprites anyway, not bosses, all those are custom. So here's a good example of how to chain. So I have a life piece there, but if I keep killing these guys until the life piece gets to the very bottom of the screen, I get another 2.0 bonus even if I didn't have enough items. So in that way, it's easier to get 2.0 bonuses. So it leads to a good amount of life farming. I'll probably increase the amount of life pieces necessary to get an extend, but for now it's 6, and I think 6 is decently healthy. These character portraits also are filler for now. somebody I know is actually doing the art. So this is just standard Alfie's art for now. Yes, sorry. That's one of the things I forgot to fix. I need to, because that is actually not affected by your volume settings at the moment, which is something I meant to pick up earlier, but totally forgot about. So I'm gonna fix that as soon as I'm done with this. Shoot. Oh, shoot. Okay. I should be using my bombs since I have them, eh? I should really sync up that sound effect better. That's something I immediately noticed. This attack is, I made it intentionally very different from the original, because the original was just random. It's like a lesser Eternal Me. So, like, I didn't bother with that. So I decided to do something a little bit more creative. Alright. Also, pause menu sometimes glitches sometimes, but it's alright. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I have it so the sound plays when the delay laser starts, but that's too early. That's way too early. Maybe a little bit later than that, because part of it's supposed to be a charge, and then part of it's supposed to be the actual laser firing, so I just need to time it better. I'm just gonna quick change that so the text sound isn't as ridiculous. Here it is. Alright, there it is. Okay. There. Alright. Now that should not be as obnoxious. Whoops. Alright, now it's got a re-render and everything. I suppose while that's going on, I'll quick show the window. Or not that. There we go. Whoops. I'm gonna have to reset all the size, but what I'm gonna have to reset the size of this when the game actually loads up, but it's alright. That's about all you need to see. So, in the actual Game Maker window here, I need to organize it better, but these are all different objects. Most of this stuff is just kind of unorganized, but that's how everything's laid out. Oh god, oh, my mouse is doing some strange things. There we go. Alrighty. So we'll go to hard difficulty now. Go to Rainbow B, I guess. Alright. So here's Rainbow B's bomb. Fantasy Seal, but it moves too slow for my liking at the moment. All the images for the bombs and stuff right now are not currently my own. I need to actually work on that. I'm just not good at art, so I just don't bother with it too much. Unless it's like sprite art like the enemies. Notice those turret guys also disappear much faster on higher difficulties, so you have less of a window to actually get their point items. I forgot to mention it last time, but these mask enemies that come down here. I thought it was a bit boring for them to just like come down and just give you point items or power items rather to beat them. So I decided instead to go with something... Oh, wow. Okay. I decided to go with something a bit more interesting, and I had them fire some kind of curving pattern. You are totally right about that. I thought I had some kind of animation made for them. I think it was... I'm trying to think, because I did set a draw event for them. I'm just confused now if it actually worked. I'm not sure. It might not have. I'll have to check that code later. I'd also like to point out, though, I'm pretty sure in the original game, they did just kind of pop out of existence. They might have had, like, a small, like, couple frames of animation, but I can't remember. In any case, they always spawned right on top of you anyway. I tried to make sure that at least if you stuck to the bottom of the screen, they wouldn't spawn right on top of you. Oh, yeah. It's... I don't know. I wasn't quite sure how to do that one. It's hard. It's a hard thing to balance, because all it is just some random aim shots. So it's hard to really... That one was hard to balance. The mid-bosses, aside from, like, stage 4, are total pushovers, though. So using the original... Oh, shoot. Using the original patterns as a reference doesn't always work, which is part of my problem. This attack on hard is manageable, but I think I made it too ridiculous on Lunatic. Yep. I am aware of that. Something I need to fix pretty soon. I'm taking notes of all this stuff, by the way, so I'll make sure it's good. I didn't go over it last time. However, Reimu A is fast, but low damage. Reimu A also, by default, right now, has homing shots. So it's like standard homing amulet Reimu. Then from there, that also kind of needs to get bigger when it starts. Then from there, Reimu B is middle of the road speed, but has more damage on a stationary target. And then Reimu C, what I'm playing right now, has slow movement speed, so it's hard to auto collect items. It's hard to find a good point to POC. However, her damage output is absurd. Also, I messed up. At least I get rid of those guys. So now on Lunatic, I put that ring just to kind of restrict your movement. But at the same time, it's still a joke. I feel like I could do something more with that. I'm just trying to figure out what it is. Maybe I'll do some kind of, maybe I'll make the aim barrage a bit different. Instead of just being in one place. Or maybe I'll have it spread out more. There's a couple things I could do. Yeah, it makes it so, like, it's not trivial. You have to actually think about it. I'll probably keep Lunatic at least somewhat similar. The ring, in any case. Oh. Okay. Well, I have enough bombs. I'll probably make it through this pretty easily. 3 bombs should be plenty to get me through this. I think. Then again, she also moves around a lot, so we'll see. I need to do something like the ring that restricts your movement, but for hard instead. I need to do. Oh shit! I screwed myself. It is, in fact, just streaming. Relatively simple streaming at that. See, that first arrow spam attack isn't actually that ridiculous. It's easier. The problem is I screwed myself, and I went towards the bottom of the screen. The idea is that you go a bit more towards the boss, and you find it's more about macro dodging than micro dodging. However, I'm not sure if you saw very much of it, but that last attack was absolutely dumb, and I'll probably have to change that. Let's see. I'm actually gonna. I don't know what to do actually. I mean, I could show easy, but easy is basically the original stage on normal. That's the best explanation I can give. It's not like the boss has changed a bit, but the actual stage is pretty much verbatim the original stage on normal. But also, I mean, easier because it gives more room to move. I think I did go a bit overkill on Lunatic. A little bit. Let's try it again with Room Away. Because I can move around better. To be fair, I am not a Lunatic player by any means. I'm not a good judge of difficulty for Lunatic, and that's part of my problem. I could test normal and hard probably just fine, but I am not a Lunatic player by any means. That's about the same amount of trouble I have going through stage 1 in, like, Perfect Cherry Blossom, for example. I just need people who are better at games like this than I am, because I myself am not an esteemed player. That's not the right wording, but it's alright. There we go. I was also playing with the shot type that I was worst at. So there's an indicator right there. I'll probably do a bit better with Ring Away. Or not, if I keep doing that, but it's okay. Alright. There's another one. Those power items just kind of went somewhere. Oh, whoops. There they go again. Alright. Oh yeah, the 4 cannon was definitely noisy. I think I've got a way to tone that down, however. Probably place a limit on how much of that sound effect can be played at once. It's probably the easiest way to do it. Okay, well, that was a waste of a bomb, actually. That was a dumb idea. That was also me. So, it's whatever. I'll probably get an extend from this. If I play my cards right, I'll get an extend. Okay. Something I need to think about, and I haven't, because I've been focusing on actually finishing the stage. So, currently, as the resource system stands, you can just stay up in the point of collection, and you'll keep collecting stuff. However, that's not quite right, because it doesn't actually give you the bonus until you leave the point of collection. And that is something I've been thinking about, sort of. I know it's wrong, but I'm trying to figure out how to fix it, and I don't see an easy solution. My initial thought was to make it so like a timer goes off. So if you hang in there for like a couple seconds, it'll default and give you the bonus. But I haven't thought about it since then. Oh shoot. Actually, that might be enough to show this. I don't know. If I think about it more, I'll come back to it when I develop it more. I have plenty of time tomorrow. My finals are all done, so tomorrow will probably be a programming day. So it'll be all good. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay, so it is yeah. So it is that simple. Okay. I didn't think it would be that simple. But that's good. That makes it easier on me, at least. Alright, well, we'll probably Twitch stream again tomorrow. So I'll show more of this tomorrow then, once it's more developed. Alright, so I just need to open... I'm probably going to play Phantasmagoria next, because I've been on a kick of that.